and just don't be afraid to spray it, I guess. But you don't test it first because you don't want that coming back at your face, spraying you in the face. So just go spray it lightly first, and then gradually give it pressure. And so I feel good about that. I don't see any crap coming out. And here's our brand new jet. We're going to put that in there. And again, we're going to tighten it, but we're not going to go crazy tight because it's brass, and you just want it to seat, and you don't want it tight because you could end up stripping just till it seats. And right about there, it's actually not easy to do. Okay, so that's in there. It feels like you could continuously tighten it. So I'm not sure if that is a pipe thread. I'm not sure. Pipe threads are on a taper. I'm not sure about that. So it feels like it's in there, bottomed out. So that feels good. Now the next thing we're going to replace is we're going to look in our little box of gems in this rebuild kit. So in our rebuild kit we got it looks like we got this thing right here. So Jesus, that is unbelievably precise. This little thing here, it's got a protector sleeve on it. So I'm going to put this on pause for a minute so I can figure out where it goes, and I'll come right back. So this was a difficult one to get started because I'll try to blow it up a little bit, but right there, I put my screwdriver in, wedged it right there, and I worked it around that way inside the slot on the housing, and it seemed to have done the trick. Thank God it wasn't in there too tight because I was getting worried about that really loosening up. So we're going to get that zoom out of there for a minute, go back to normal, and then now it looks like it's so loose I can just spin it with my fingers. You can see it's coming right out, and that's going in that port all the way down up into this area right here. You can see the little hole right there, so that's where it's going in. So you'll see how precise this particular little valve is. I mean, that is extremely precise. Look at that. The diameters on those are incredible. It actually looks dirty, so I'm kind of glad we're putting in a new one. But that's the old one, so we'll put that old one over in the old pile, and once again try to go ahead and spray this. So it looks like there's another part in there. So take out a little pick tool that I made out of a paper clip, and it looks like, be really careful, that there's a spring in there. So it's not easy to get out. Keeps falling in. But for the purpose of this video, I'm trying to not flip it over and dump it out like I probably should be doing. So there it is right there, the little spring. So that's going over in the junk pile. And I'm going to probe. I'm going to probe down in there just to make sure there's not something else. And there is. So guess what? I'm glad I didn't dump it out, because you can see what's there. There's a rubber seal and a washer. There's actually two pieces there. if I shake my hand, I might be able to separate them so you can see them. I'll try to separate them without dropping them. Don't drop, please. Okay, so they're kind of like stuck together, but you can probably see the two pieces there if you look hard enough. See it? See it? There is a perfect. There it is, perfect. So the rubber seal goes in first, the little washer goes in, then the spring, and then that valve goes in there. So we'll put these two in the junk pile. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the little seal. So I guess the first thing I should say is, no, we're going to go ahead and spray it. Spray it out. Spray it away from you. I can see some shit coming out. Some crap. Okay, I saw the spray coming out through the other end, so I know it's not clogged up anymore. So now we're going to take our little probe, our little probe tool we made. We're going to take our little probe tool we made and try to pick up the rubber seal as an O-ring. I'm going to try to pick it up from this without losing it to the other side of my garage. So there it is. So now we're going to insert it into that hole, let it fall in, and make sure it's flat. Make sure it's flat. This stuff takes patience, by the way. Okay, so it looks like it's flat. And now we gotta get this little washer, brand new little washer. It's just right there. You can see it on the camera. And we're gonna insert that on top of the O-ring seal. There we go. Okay. Next is the spring. Okay, so there's the spring, the new, brand new, spanking spring. Okay, so there's the new spring. Okay, I'm picking it up by my hand, and I'm dropping it in, and then I gotta take the protective sleeve. Be careful you don't bend this, take it straight out. You don't want to bend that shaft. So there's the other protective sleeve. And that's what we're going to put in now. And that's going to go straight in. Try to turn it by hand as much as you can. I don't know why they didn't put a slot in the middle of this. I really don't know why. It's interesting that so anyway, it's going in and trying to turn it more. It's turning still. It's still turning. Still turning. Still turning. It's still turning by finger. The pressure with my glove is still turning it. It's amazing. It's still turning. It's still turning. It's still turning. Wow. This is like incredible. And I think I can't turn it anymore with the pressure of my glove. So next we're going to take our tool, and it was one turn, one complete turn until I couldn't turn. I was able to turn it by hand. So we're going to go back to that one complete turn. Actually, now it's the 1 complete turn. Totally amazing. But that's it right there. You don't want to force it. But that's it right there. It ain't going anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. So that's in. You can see it that it's in. So we're going to put this on pause and go to the next part.